When I was about 10 years old, I played a game called Empire Earth 2. I was among the highly skilled level of players, but this group on top was really emotionally fueled. They let it get to their heads and tended to be, well, let's just say toxic. I didn't like that, so I hung out with the lower levels as a teacher and played mostly city builders. Hell, some people not knowing my age would ask me for relationship advice. The lower level of players tended to look up to me, while the higher levels just kinda made fun of me. And in this carousel of praise and jeering, my young self found an emotional roller coaster. It was an internet gauntlet, a trial by fire. Most of these people were completely alien to me culturally. Empire Earth 2 was small, and everyone played on the European server. In this way, I developed a very thick skin. But I met one player by the name of Big Smoke, and he and I would talk for hours on end. One such game stretched on for 8 hours, just the two of us building cities and talking. We made a clan, and it got pretty big. But then he started showing up less and less. It was rare that I saw Sage Big Smoke. The clan grew as a sort of learning environment for players with potential. One of the last times Big Smoke and I played together was with a few unruly types whom I had taught who started to make fun of me because, well, fuck it, let's bite the hand that feeds. And I think Big Smoke said something along the lines of,
"Dude, chill. It's just a game. They don't mean shit."
and at first, 10-year-old me wanted to say, well, heck yeah, they do. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that he was right. To a point. They shouldn't matter to me. But why did little me still feel hurt? It's just a game. No! There's something wrong with that statement. It's not just a game. It's more than that. This isn't something we just waste time on. It's something we invest in emotionally and intellectually and monetarily. The person who comes out in the game is a piece of ourselves. No matter how much we want to deny it, it's there, and it's real, and the circumstances of both life and the game affect what part of us does show up. Now, say what you want about Sword Art Online. It's an anime in which players get trapped into a death game and have to beat it. I'm not here to critique it, but rather to examine its underlying philosophy. Sword Art Online explores the link between player and character. Maybe this will sound pretentious, but whatever. SAO concludes that a player and character are one and the same. Perhaps in a bit of a nuanced way, but that's the general idea. Player and character are interconnected in a way that each affects the other, because each is a part of the same person. And this extends beyond a life or death scenario, although with a certain degree of separation. But in a virtual world, it's easier to lose touch of ourselves. Rather, because of the impersonal detachment that the virtual world allows, we put up and break down emotional barriers unique to this virtual setting. We can use it to vent our anger because we're placed in a dehumanized world in which we can ascribe actual people to objects and virtual elements, what the academic world calls othering, the dehumanization of a type of person, usually for the aggrandizement of the self. But it's because the virtual world makes this sort of detachment so easy that we have to protect our values inside of it. Because it's not an object you're condemning to cancer, Ebola, and death. It's a person. Player and character are one and the same, and what happens in one world affects how we deal with the other.